All right, here we go. So I've been dragging my feet for about 3 years on doing a YouTube or a blog or something like that. I have a interesting back and forth relationship with dopamine, and it's to me it's strange because I've gotten really good at sectioning off certain things like alcohol or and drugs and other kind of dopamine rich activities, but they pop back up. And an example of that is like I love video games, and so if I'm playing video games a lot, I might not be watching as much YouTube. But I'm like, all right, I'm gonna cut down on video games, and then boom, I'm watching a bunch of YouTube. And I know I'm not the only one. I talk to people about this a lot, and so the idea of dopamine drain has always been really fascinating to me, and the idea that we have a specific amount of this chemical and that we're dumping it into sources that aren't really serving us. And so I have these bouts where I go, I'm really, really good at maintaining it. I'm doing all the right things and I'm following all the right, I guess, tracks, if you will. And then I fall off quite often. And, I've always thought about doing a channel or doing some teaching. I've done public speaking. I used to work as a school psychologist. So I've worked in the field. I've learned quite a lot just from the people I've been exposed to and different experiences I've had and the research that I got to do. But I guess it comes down to soda water. It really comes down to the fact that knowing things does not help you. Like it helps to know things. I'm not saying it doesn't, but just knowing a lot of things, and when you talk to people, a lot of times people look at me and say, "Oh man, I wish I had it together as much as you, and I wish I knew as much as you do." And I suppose that's why I'm doing this the way I wanted to. And I keep in mind, this is not the first time I've done this. I've recorded this video several times and never actually posted it. And this time today, I'm going to post it right after this. I'm not going to edit it. Um, I I really don't want to take my video in that direction. I got really stressed out with all the ways you're supposed to do things on YouTube and certain schedules and all that. And I'm not that interested in it, honestly. I just hope that maybe a few people find this and kind of see what I'm trying to do. And it's really just also so I can send it to certain friends because they often will see me when I'm doing well and think, man, like, I don't know how you do that. And that's amazing. And I'm like, well, why not I start when I'm at a low point? And let me explain what I mean by that is that, man, I've been seeking a lot of distractions and nothing outside of just YouTube and a video game, one specific game. And sometimes I just latch on to them and I'm just like, oh, it's fun. It's exciting. It's combat based. It's PvP, gets my blood going. It really gets my adrenals flowing, but I'm also sitting still. I'm sitting stagnant. And when I also do the type of work I do is very heavily computer based. So I spend a lot of time on the computer and then I come home and try to relax on the computer. And lately it's been burning me out. I'm 42 now. I can't really do the all night gaming stuff as much as I used to. And I'm starting to pay more attention to the fact that I need to be more physical. I need to eat a little bit better. I need to be more mindful. And it's all these things that I talk about all the time with people. And again, it makes them think like, oh man, this guy. And yes, I do practice those things, but sometimes I fall off. And right now I'm completely falling off because my plan today, this is Saturday, was to get up at 6 a.m. And I was going to do this. I was going to set up a new channel. I was going to do all the things. I was going to post it. And now it's what, like 3:30, 4? So yeah, whoops. I have two projects I really want to get done this weekend. If I do, it'll make two of my clients really happy. Um, the kind of work I do, it helps reduce people's anxiety if I get on top of it and get it done faster and get back with them quicker. And it's harder to do that when you're engaging yourself in dopamine draining activities. It's just hard. Like if I spend 30 minutes looking at my phone at the office, it's going to take me 30, 45 minutes to get back on task of what I was doing. And in that time, I'll be loading something up and get back on my phone. And like, I'm at a point right now where I have a good relationship with everyone I work with. I've been moving forward, and I just keep letting these fear kind of cripple me. I've gotten some new clients that have some pretty advanced stuff, and they understand that I'm having to learn a lot about it. And I've been given more and more responsibilities, and more opportunities have opened up, and so I just feel like I'm hitting these other levels, and I'm just letting fear go. You know what? I can't deal with it right now. I just got home. I'm not gonna do my yard, which I need to mow. It's on my list for tomorrow. And this was supposed to be my weekend to be like, get caught up, get it going, get ahead. That way I'm not stressed about stuff, and I'm getting stuff back, and everything's good. And I've spent I did the snooze game, which was that's how I know. That is how I know I fall off, is when I start snoozing. It has so much to do with it because it's my first victory against my ego. And my ego wins that fight so much because I'm so good at justifying, like, well, maybe if I just sleep a little longer. And today I wanted to get up early. Ended up getting up by like 8:30, which isn't terrible, but my first alarm went off at like 5. And I just, like I said, I just wanted to get moving. Talked myself out of doing the yard because it was sprinkling outside, because I'm good at making up justifications. And then I kept looking at videos, and then I got stuck down watching different videos about how other people do videos and how you're supposed to do it and all this crap. I was like, you know what? I'm just finally broke down, sat in here. Um, I know I can pull out of this. I know I can. I knew I would, but I figured if I did it on camera, one, it makes me more accountable. Two, it'll make me kind of remember next time when I'm falling off, I'll watch this and be like, oh, I don't want to do that again, because it sucks. It's not fun to get back up, but it's so worth it. And I want to just post every time I get the urge. I'm going to post a video. Again, I'm not on a particular schedule. I'm just going to be posting them as I'm using it as a method to block. So I want to use YouTube. I got to record something. I got to create before I can consume, if that makes sense. I'm trying to add more creation type things. I got my guitar. I played it earlier today, but I mean, I'm not a typically an anxious person. I usually handle stuff really well. And again, I figured I'd start this video where I was at the bottom, because all the videos I'd done before, I was like in it and I was doing great and I was like right there. But when I watched them again, I just was like, man, I don't think people like stuff like that. I get it. Someone who's put together and they're kind of killing it and they're doing awesome, but I don't know. I don't feel like it's as realistic. I feel like everybody's swing. That's been my experience. If you're going straight solid up, awesome, good for you. I'm just not. Also, as you'll notice, I disabled the comments on here. I have a tendency. I'll get petty. I don't know. I'm not messing with that. I'm not interested to hear everybody arguing about stuff and saying what needs to be done, and I don't want to moderate it. So, if you're a comment type person, sorry. I guess send me an email. And yeah, other than that, I'm just gonna keep making these, and I'll make little short ones that kind of cut to the point, just talking about what I'm doing, stuff that it's worked for me in the past, stuff that I don't think works. I'm not currently taking any kind of medication or anything like that, so I have in the past, and I'm not against medication. It's just with me, I've already learned a lot of the skills. I just know that if I implement 2 or 3 things, I can pop right back out of it. And so my first 3 is to stop snoozing, because that one wrecks me, to exercise, and to cut back on, dopamine stuff. So I'm going to try to do a dopamine fast for the rest of the day, since I dopamine the heck out of myself earlier. And I'm going to reapply. The first 2 things I'm going to do is, one, I'm going to call my dad, because I need to talk to him. And then I'm going to call my son, talk to him. And that'll let me get into that community sense where I can kind of reconnect to people, because that's what really helps pull away from those addictions, because I've been isolating a lot because I got to get work done. And I'm not getting work done because, it's a cycle. I'm sure you get it. But I know I can get those done tonight, and then I'll be done with them. That gives me tomorrow to work on the yard and do things like that. And so I'm just making a promise to myself. And if I blow it, I gotta apologize to myself. So that's kind of how I'm approaching this. And yeah, it's probably just going to evolve and go as it will. And I suppose after all that information, I'll end it with me actually doing something. So If you guys are familiar with box breathing, that's a good one. I enjoy it. If holding your breath makes you feel anxious, do it for less, but I usually do 4 second cycles. So I'm going to draw a box. That'll keep my mind busy. And, ooh, can I do it around the. Ooh, I might be able to. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually harder than you would think. All right, here we go. So I'm going to breathe in for 4 seconds. I'm going to hold that for 4 seconds, and then I'm going to breathe out for 4 seconds, and then I'm going to hold that. And that's what I'm going to do. And again, any of the stuff that I'm doing, again, it's just stuff that I've seen helps and just things that I enjoy doing, and that's why I'm going to do it. So there you go. Here we go. I'm going to do it one more time. When I do meditate, I picture my head as a sloshing bowl of water, and my thoughts and my attempt to try to understand why it's sloshing is like I'm splashing it. And so I just try to send less signals and just let the bowl settle. Well, thank you guys. And that's it for this first one. And I'm going to go post it and we'll see what happens. Have a good one.